Hi, my name is Cam Smith with U Sports Production, coming to you from Hollywood Park in Victoria, BC. Thank you for tuning in. We're at the 2026 Minors Provincial semifinals, where 6 teams competed, all round robin play, and now there's only 4 left. And today we've got the number 2 seed Lynn Valley against the number 3 seed, the host Beacon Hill, and this should be an exciting matchup. Lynn Valley had an impressive 4-1 record in round robin play, while Beacon Hill had a record of 3-2. Both these teams played strong, which bodes well for an exciting semifinal matchup. On the mound today for Beacon Hill is Jude Brown. The young man is a strong pitcher, and he's had a great tournament all around. And he's going to be matched up today as Langley counters with a strong right-hander. He throws smoke. His name is Bennett Blair, who's not only had a strong tournament on the mound, but has been excellent on the bat. This is Minors Little League Baseball semifinals, and we got Beacon Hill up against Lynn Valley. It's going to be a good one, folks. Play ball! And Newton leading things off for Lynn Valley. And Brown with the pitch, and Newton's going to drive the ball the other way, and that's going to get in for a long single. And starting things off is Newton, and then Beard up the bat, and the ball's going to be a grounder. And it just found its way to nowhere. And Newton with his wheels over to third, and Beard, he goes over to second. Oh, and he is out of second. What a play right there. And that's going to bring out Smelser, and Smelser, he's going to hit a ball, and that goes off the leg of Brown and out to the outfield. That's going to score a run right there. Newton in, and Smelser safe at first, 1 out. And then Moats up the back next. And with a 3-2 count, Moats is going to hit the ball against Goldsarp. He throws it over the second, and it's going to make its way out to the outfield. But now we got runners at first and second, with Pittman coming up to the plate, and Brown has a full count on him. And Pittman, he's going to hit this ball to shortstop. And it just bounces over the glove of Meachin, and that'll load him up with 1 out, and bring it up. And Reed up next, runners at second and third, 0-1 count on him, and 1 out. He's going the opposite way. He hits that hard, and that's a gapper, and that is deep. And 1 run will score, and the second run is coming in, and in with the stand-up double, and a great play right there by a young man. Just pounded that ball, 2 runs in, and that'll bring up Graham to the plate for Lynn Valley in this 3-0 ball game. And a pitch, and he hits this hard, that goes to Theo Fanos. Runner will tag, and coming in, and he's going to score on the play, 4-0 now. Big first inning for this Lynn Valley squad. And then next up the bat, that's Rogers. And Rogers is going to pound this ball again, and that just drops in the middle of nowhere. Run will score, 5-0 for Lynn Valley. Things opening up here big time in this top of the first inning. And then Brown, he's facing Dixon, 3-2 count, and Dixon, he hits it over to Meachin. Meachin fires over to second in time. That'll retire the side up before Lynn Valley with a big first inning, 5-0, as we head to the bottom of the first inning. And Theo Fanas leading things off for Beacon Hill, and he's going to hit this. Baird picks it up and throws over to first in time, and that's for the first out. And then next up the bat's going to be Jude Brown. And Brown, 2-2 count. And Beard rears back, and he throws a nice, looked like a slider on the outside. And that's for the second out of the inning. And then Meachin at the plate. And Meachin with a 1-2 count. And he hits it right back, a comebacker to Beard over to first in time. And 3 up, 3 down, quick inning for this Beacon Hill squad. Lynn Valley at it once again. And Norris at the plate, and he's going to hit this, pops it up, Meachin under it. That's for the first out of the inning. that's going to be Coyne. 0-1 count on Coyne. And Brown with the delivery and Coyne. He's going to hit right back to Brown. Brown over to first in time. And that's for the second out of the inning. And then we're back to the top of the order, and Newton steps up to the plate. Brown eyeing him up. He's got a full count. And he just slaps us the other way. And that goes quite a ways, and that's going to be for a long single. And Newton on base once again. And then Newton's just waiting, and he's gonna steal right here. He steals second, and a runner in scoring position. And Beard's gonna walk, and then that puts runners at first and second. And that's Smeltzer at the plate. And Smeltzer, what a pitch there by Brown for the strikeout, and that retires the side. Nobody in. Still 5-0 for Lynn Valley, heading to the bottom of the second. And Beacon Hill is going to lead off with Will. And a pitch. And he's going to look at that one, and that's for a strikeout right there. That's a good pitch there by Baird. And then next up the bat's going to be Bain for Beacon Hill, trying to get something going. And Bain, 2-2 count. A nice pitch inside fastball, and that's for the strikeout. That's a beauty pitch right there by Baird. And then up next is Elliott. And the pitch by Baird. Elliott's going the opposite way, and that's going to go right into the hands of Boats. And that's a great pickup there by Boats. And that's the third out of the inning on the lineout. And speaking of Boats, he's going to lead things off here for Lynn Valley in the top of the third. And Boats having a good tournament. And he's going to take the first pitch by Brown. He's going to hit the opposite way. It just gets out of the glove there of Beechin. He's going to be safe at first. And that's going to bring up Pittman. And Pittman hits this ball right over third. That's Sculthorpe over to second in time. And that's for the first out of the inning. Runners still safe at first. And up next is Reed. And Reed, 3 balls on him, and he's going to watch this one and take the free pass. Let's runners at first and second. We're going to bring in a new pitcher. Brown is out, and in relief is going to be McNeil. And Graham at the plate. McNeil with the pitch. He's going to slash this one the opposite way. And runners turning on to Jets. It's bobbled out right field. And 2 runners will score into it with a stand-up double. That's going to be a great job right there by Reed. And next up is Rogers. And Rogers, he's going to slash this one. And just gets out of, just about, but he is safe. And another run will score 7-0 now. And then Dixon at the plate. And he's going to get hit. And he's going to move over to first. And that's going to bring up, and Coyne goes the other way, and run will score. And everybody's hitting here for Lynn Valley. They're just doing a good job with the bats. And then Norris is going to walk. That's going to walk in a run. That's 9-0 now. And then O'Brien at the plate. And the pitch. And he's going to pop this one up. And that just gets, drops in. And but it's called an infield fly rule. So that'll take care of it out right there. And that's 2 outs. And the base is loaded. Newton's going to walk. And that's going to bring in another run. That's going to make it score 10-0. And then Beard at the plate. And Beard, he pops this one up. And it just, I don't know what to say. But it's just down on the ground. And that's another 2 runs they're going to score for Lynn Valley. Runners advancing 12-0 right now. And that's a tough one right there. And then Smeltzer with the bases loaded. And he just hit on the fist, and that's picked up nicely right there by McNeil over to first. In time, that'll retire the side, but not before a boatload of runs comes in. And it's 12-0 right now for this Lynn Valley squad. And that was a tough third inning. And coming up is Aris. And the pitch, and he's going to pop this one up. And and that's going to be picked up by Graham for the first out of the inning. And then Skelthorpe, he's up next for Beacon Hill. Yeah, 1-1 count. He hits this right to Beard, and Beard go gadget arm just stretches out and gets it. And that's for the second out of the inning. And now Obi turns on this one, but that's hit right over to Newton. Newton fires over to Graham, and in time, and that will retire the side. And 3 up, 3 down once again for this Lynn Valley squad, doing a good job. And that's Boats up first. And now that's Meechin in the pitch, and he induces the ground ball, and that's for the first out of the inning. And now Pittman at the plate. Pittman's got an 0-2 count on him. Pitched by Meacham, and it's going to pop up on it. Finds its way in. It's going to be a runner at first. And then that's going to bring up Reed next. And Meacham with the pitch to Reed. And that's going to go to the backstop runner at second. And then Meacham still facing Reed. And that gets to the backstop as well. We got a runner at third. And then Reed, he's going to take this. He hits it sharply, but that's picked up by Skelthorpe. He looks at home, and a run scores. He tries to go first, on in time. 13-0 now for Lynn Valley. And then Graham at the plate. Graham, a swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Meacham for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Rogers. Rogers having a good day at the plate. And he smacks this one down the third baseline. Another runnable score. Make it 14-0. He's into the long single. And then next up to Dixon, and he gets bumped, and he heads over to first. And runners at first and second. There for Coyne. Coyne, he's going to drop one in there. That's a nice hit by Coyne. And another run will score 15-0 right now. And this is a big shocker for Beacon Hill. And we're going to change the pitchers right now. And we're bringing in Obi. And that brings up Norris again. And there's the pitch. And that's a shot right to Meacham. He fires it over to first in time. That'll retire the side, but not before, a bunch of runs in. 15-0. I don't know what to say there. And we're heading to the top of the fourth, and that's going to be Hudson up first, and he's going to fly out to Beard. And then coming up to the plate, that's going to be Logan. And that's Tuck. And Tuck's going to swing, and he hits that ball and goes right over to Newton. Newton fires first in time, and that's a nice throw by Newton. That's for the second out. And Newton comes in to pitch. And he's got an 0-2 count on Talos, and Newton just fires a pitch on the outside. That's for the strikeout. And putting a stamp on that, it's 15-0. Lynn Valley wins this one away. Beacon Hill just had a rough time today. This one of those days, but Lynn Valley, they showed that, why they belong in the final, and that's where they're going to go, waiting the winner of Langley and Trout Lake. Great game by this Lynn Valley squad, but Beacon Hill, tip your caps to them. They had a really good tournament. The host did a great job representing the community well. And the Miners Provincial Finals Friday, July the 25th at 1 o'clock at Hollywood Park. Let's get out in the community. Let's support events like this. My name is Cam Smith with U Sports Production. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the field.